Okay, I want to make this video on eye candy from around the world. I'm going to tell you the best spots around the world to see eye candy at different spots if you go traveling. So I've been everywhere. I've been to the East Coast, West Coast, South, North. I've been to England, Ireland, Scotland, France, Italy, Greece, Scandinavian countries, Australia I've been to. Japan I've been to. So let's start here. The West Coast girls. They probably have the best looking eye candy. Now this is my opinion. Of course, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So what I think is eye candy, you might not think is. It's about the typical way a girl looks in California, the blonde hair, a nice bone structure. Now, of course, eye candy is like real candy, isn't it? It all depends on your taste. But this is probably typical of what you would see on the West Coast. Now let's move here. What's up next? The Midwest. Now there's a little bit of drop off here in the Midwest. This is a typical average looking Midwestern girl. Now all of the girls you're going to see are going to look like this or the other picture. This is give you a basic idea of what a girl that maybe attracts your eyes. This is a typical Midwest girl. Like I said, pretty, I don't think it's good looking as the West Coast ones, but then that's up to you to decide. Darker hair, so pretty good bone structure, most of them. There's some, I would say maybe on the West Coast, maybe 7 out of every 10 girls you see looks like that. Or in the Midwest, maybe 6 out of 10 maybe. And it depends. That's up next, the South. This is probably the best the South has to offer. The Southern women are kind of heavy set, although these two aren't. This isn't typical of the Southern girls, though. There's a big drop off from the West Coast to the South, unless you go to states like Texas or Florida. Florida is a tourist state, so a lot of girls you see there might not even be from Florida, but the girls are cute. Again, this isn't typical. Maybe every out of 4 out of every 10 girls might look like this. So candy isn't at the premium in the South. For me, it wasn't. Let's see something next. The North. This is about the best you're going to do in the North. For me, there wasn't much there to look at. Again, maybe 4 out of 10. That might be stretching it. Maybe 4 out of 10. Not that that's about typical what they look like, the browner hair and the bigger nose, the shorter chin. Not that she's ugly, but definitely not as good as the West Coast ones. Let's see, review now. They do the East Coast one, like East Coast, yeah, East Coast girls. Again, big drop off from the West Coast, isn't it? This is about your typical looking East Coast girl. That is pushing it a little. Of course, around the New York area, but again, that's a melting pot for the world. A lot of people there from the parts of the country and the world, actually, but that's about what you'll get on the East Coast. Again, maybe 4 out of 6. and let's go back and review. This is how it is. The further west you go, the more eye candy there is out there. South you go, these states here, forget it. Not that good. Except if you get into Texas or Florida, it picks up a little. But hit the rest of southern states. Alaska I haven't been to. It's too cold. The Midwest states, girls there are okay. There's a drop off though between the West Coast and these Midwest states. The North, nothing at all to brag about really. Very, very average looking girls up in the West Coast. So now let's get to the world. Now again, this is all what you think is eye candy. The pictures I showed you are just girls that are the typical looking ones. They're not going to be as good, maybe not as bad looking. So you pick somewhere in the middle, I guess. Let's see, what do we got? Oh yeah, let's go to England now. I've been to England, London area. I'd have to say out of all the European countries, they do have the better looking women. These are typical London women. Not bad looking, the darker hair, and they all have nice figures too. They're not bad actually. I like the women. A lot of eye candy in England, especially around the London area. Oh, well, now we get to Ireland and Scotland. Again, I would have to say, two countries full of models-looking women. This is pretty typical. The red hair, a little more around her face. Freckles probably. She might have makeup on. I don't know. It's pretty typical. Like I said, cute looking. Again, typical Scottish-looking girl here. Again, big of a difference is here. Again, the rounder face, the almost reddish type brown hair. Again, cute girls there. Again, not models, so you'll see some eye candy, but mostly it's cute eye candy. Let's get here to where are we here? France. Now France have some pretty sexy women too. All these full lips that make them very sexy looking. And hair color seems to be all of this one's blonde. If she's a true blonde or not, I don't know. But they have some really good eye candy in France. They don't really like Americans that much, but you'll find some good-looking women in France. Another French girl. Again, you see the longer hair. They have, a lot of women there have long hair too, like this. I noticed. Very good-looking women there. And we get to Italy, Italian women. Again, the lips, the full lips. They smile a lot. They're kind of friendly, but I have to warn you about something about Italian women. Seems like the older they get, well, put it bluntly, the fatter they get. There are a lot of heavy-set women in Italy, but the younger ones like this, they have some pretty good eye candy. I would say maybe 7 out of every 10, maybe. You'll see yours about good-looking. Brings us now to Greece. Now, they rival England as some of the better-looking women in it. Typical hair color you'll see there. Nice bone structures they have. Another country that isn't very friendly towards Americans, though, so you gotta watch that. But Greek women are very sexual women, and there's a lot of eye candy with them too. Oh yeah, let's not forget it's Italian too. Yeah, I think this is another Italian woman. This is Greece. Another Greek woman. That's right. Very, very good looking. See here, Russian women. I was to Moscow a few years ago. I'd have to say they're pretty much like these three girls. They're very average looking. Kind of the Americans' version of maybe the North and Midwest combined. Nothing that's going to knock your socks off, but not bad. You know, they all have nice figures, though. We don't have the obesity problem here. There in Europe, like you do here in America. So most of the women you see, they might not be models, but at least they're not heavy. This is pretty typical of what you'll see in Russia. Not bad. Let's take a review now of what, again in this area here. I know that, what that was now. This is a Scandinavian girl. You know, Norway, Denmark. Not bad. Especially if you like your women really white. I mean, lily white. Mainly because there's not much sun there. Sunbathing isn't what people usually do in those countries, mainly because of the weather. But yeah, they're in Sweden, especially. Say about 8 out of every 10 you can probably see they're good looking. Let's take a summary now. First countries I want to make a comment on is Australia and see England. Yeah, pretty much the same looking type women there. You know, it's not a big difference between that and London. Now I did go to Spain and Mexico. Now, the women there, I think that has to be a personal choice. You know, what you think is eye candy with those women there. You know, that's up to you to decide. Especially with Japan. I was at Japan. Same thing with Oriental women. You know, they're good looking in their own way. Let's say. You know, again, it's all personal when you get to the Orient and what you think is good looking. But summary: this area, England, Ireland. All good-looking women there, pretty much. Germany, briefly went to Germany. They're not bad-looking women there. From what I didn't stay there that long, so. But Italy, France, yeah, there's good eye candy there. Russia, average. So there you have it. You know. If you ever go traveling, keep that in mind. For any one of these countries you see, you will find eye candy there. Some better, some worse. So, want to, you know, subscribe and leave a comment if you want.